in a sprinter. What's a 2-up, 2-up, 2-up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one?
Menu narration option is set to off.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe, never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack, where my at? Take an L and try to double back, we ain't doing that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And front and center is Sam Laporta, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Lions and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9 games.
And the way they play.
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 20 carries, 90 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Prescott to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from a yard out. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Muscles by at the 25. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Prescott now. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
The toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
$17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And off to Gibbs, headed right here to about the 48-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Prescott on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Here we go, 46.
1st down, Prescott. throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
From just shy of midfield, here's a second down and 4.
To the air again, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
On play action, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Play action now, Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
John Kaminsky
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 7-yard line.
Now back to throw.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on. Set. Warriors 17.
They go play action here on first down.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. A first down throw for Prescott. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And he is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big 30-yard play on third. On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 40 yards. And the Lions are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Texans on.
heading for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Pierce now up the middle. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Prescott now on second down. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Short completion, just 4 yards. Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Only able to gain a couple there, and now third down and 6 to go.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Second down and 8.
To throw is Prescott. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays in that spot. 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Dameon Pierce capped things off with a touchdown grab.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
Closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. Back now at Ford Field as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of...
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Pierce on the counter. Oh, look at the juke. Oh, what a move. They can't tackle it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And they'll go right back to Pierce. Oh, heck of a move. Man. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up the 2nd and
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add to their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now the Lions down by 10. A minute 52 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Texans are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. But if you step back and look at this, CD.